This is the Draft Season Podcast. We are back. It's finally football season. It's your boy Young Raz coming live from where I often do, Queens, New York. I got my player partner with me, Sean 5K. Talk to him real quick.
You already know, man. Black Twitter's #1 fantasy sports podcast. We are in the building, and we are kicking off our NFL season preview with a very, very special episode. We got the boys, you know what I'm saying, just definitely friends of the show. You know, long time coming, but this has been on the calendar for a minute. So we definitely, had looking forward to this episode for a long time. We got, our good brother, the hardest working Jamaican in podcasting, K. Lou. Also, we got the boys from the Middle Initial Podcast, the number one, I'm going to stamp this, the number one Jets podcast out there. So if you got all the Jets fans out there, New York sports fans, if you are not subscribed to that Middle Initial Podcast, make sure you are tapped in everywhere. You do get your audio content, and make sure you are tapped in to what these boys are putting out there. They get you ready to go for all this Jet stuff. K. Lou, my brother, how you doing today, my guy?
I'm good, man. Ready to talk this Jets and Joe Flacco foolery. What's going on with you, bro?
We all good, man. Like I said, we're going to get more into all of the happenings around, what do you call them, Raz? The New York fast planes?
Yeah, very fast.
the New York fast planes today. We got the brother Case on the episode today, man. Yo, I know you just popped on here before that, but I was telling Jude and K. Lou and any man, like, if you're a Jets fan, man, you got to go check out the recent episode these guys just put out with Mike Westhoff. Jets longtime special teams coach. Just dropped the book. The episode was fucking incredible. Not only if you are a Jets fan, if you're just an NFL fan, football fan in general, great content. Make sure you guys go check that out. So yeah, shout out to you guys. Case, what's going on, my G? Oh yeah, you got the book on deck.
I got the book on deck, man. Listen, I was taking my notes. I'm a man of my word. Got the book. Figure out Mike Westhoff, of course. Repping the MIPod.store. The Mekhi Becton Big Tick shirt. Number 2 seller on the site. So go to MIPod.store. I'm here, man. I'm chilling. Chilling.
Like I said, man, yeah, these boys brought me on the podcast last October. It was a fun time. My guy Jude, the mayor, I say the best for last, the mayor of Jets Twitter, the infamous one and only Jude Truth, known all around the planet for being that guy. But Jude, man, I know I told you this has been in the works for a minute, but I'm glad to have you on here, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. I'm really glad to be on here tonight. I'm loving this so far. I love what you do with the Draft Season Pod. It's really good. Very fun stuff. Listen, if you haven't already, everyone, it's really good stuff. I'm really excited. Thank you for having us on. I think I said thank you 40 times. Before
Raz, you can steer the show after this about wherever you want to go, whatever you want to talk about today. But I mean, Jude, while we're on the topic, man, I have to go back to one of the pod subjects because I am subscribed to that MIP podcast, so I do keep up with you guys and all the content you putting out. My good brother, how have you never had bacon before?
Wow.
like Raz, you know what I'm saying? Like that swine.
That swine is divine, brother. Are you one of them?
Wow.
Are you one of them devout Muslims?
No, I'm not. No, I am not. I'm not even going to use my excuse I have for the podcast because I don't.
No. Bring the excuse. Bring the excuse. No, bring it.
I was saying to Kev I didn't have the opportunity to have bacon, and Kev.
That's not like one of those things you like. It's very easy to run into bacon. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't have the opportunity to have bacon. Right? He lives in New York, is employed, and has a home, and said he hasn't had the opportunity to have bacon, bro. Bacon. Opportunity.
What swine do you prefer?
I like chicken, beef, stuff like that. I'm trying to get a little bit into bacon. I've had it a couple of times since the infamous moment. It was okay. It was good. It was decent. I might have had okay bacon, but I'm willing to try elite bacon. Where can I find some elite bacon out here?
Where'd you get the bacon in the first place? Where did you start off? Where'd you get the bacon at first? Like you went to your local supermarket?
No, got it at a restaurant on a burger. Just hey, put some bacon on the burger. tasted good. I was like, okay, but I want that real Taylor egg and cheese, ham, whatever, bacon that's going on these days. See,
Not a real person. Jude is
Yeah,
not a real
I don't
person.
even know where to start with like.
I wasn't
I find
I don't know.
myself saying that.
I don't know where
to.
I don't know where to direct a nigga to bacon. It's like
It's one of those things you just know when you know.
Go outside. Go outside.
It's like you either very against it and you go out of your way to not have it, or you just run into bacon. It's not like you don't have to have an opportunity. It's not niggas ain't redline you out of bacon, bro.
Please, good lord. I realize that now. I was not prepared for this question. This was not part of the lineup. I was not prepared for this. I was not prepared for this question at all.
Not red line out of bacon.
Red line out. That is a new one.
Never had bacon.
Red line out bacon.
Let's get started.
I'm sorry, man, because it's like, bro, it's like it seems harder to not run into bacon at any point, bro. It's like, bro, your whole life you'd have been like, all right, hold the bacon, all that. Like at one point, something had to have some bacon on it. But I'm sorry, Raz. Let's get into the proceedings.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
So we're here to talk about the New York Fast Planes, as they are affectionately known. All of us here, except Sean, have been dealt this affliction that is Jet fandom. So my fellas, when did you guys, first become New York Jets fans? Because for me, I got jumped into it. My pops works the sideline for them doing the audio production, so I was like, this train wreck of an org has been funding some of the finer things in my life. So shout out to them. But the rest of y'all, man, I mean, where did you get inflicted with this? Let's start with you, Caleb. Yeah, start, Caleb.
All right. So it was 97. The year the Jets won one game. Either 96, 97, whichever year there was. So
would you use like 15 then?
It was one of 50. Yeah. Gotcha. I see what you did there. I just turned on the TV to NBC. Some football was being played. It was the Jets and the Patriots. So I was like, hey man, this looks pretty interesting. So hung around. The Jets were whooping their ass the first half. Everything was going great. It's 21-0. Like they scored 3 touchdowns in the first half. Like that's rare for us, right? 3 touchdowns in the first half, everything was going smooth. The second half, everything went wrong. Everything that could go wrong, fumbles, interceptions, you name it, went wrong. The Jets lost that game, and for some reason, I decided to come back the next week and the next week after that, and the weeks and the years passed by, and I'm still here for some reason. So that's how I became a fan.
I thought you was in fan free agency though, brother Kalu.
Yeah, I'm just putting on a good face for the show because this is a Jets related podcast episode right now. So I'm just I'm sticking it out for now. But yes, I am looking for a new team, and for all of those who don't root for the Jets, tell me why I should root for your favorite team, unless they're the Giants or other AFC East teams. I'm not rooting for Patriots.
It just sounds like one of those things, man. Like it sounds like you've been in a relationship for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Might have some kids, but the sex is like just not there anymore. You just want some new experiences in your life, Caleb.
No more, man.
Like the mouth is just not there no more. Like this sounds how the experience with the Jets is, bro. Like you just want to experience new things. You're looking for a new spark in your life, something to look forward to on Sundays.
Exactly. And then when she gets her shit together, she wants to actually give good top with some effort. I'll come back. Amazing. That's his
wow.
What about you?
It was way back when I was in college. I was just looking on ESPN Game Tracker. I went to an NC State football game. I was like, wow, this shit's awesome. So I decided, hey, let's go professional team. I look at the tracker. It was between the Panthers, Jets, and Giants. And I was like, the Panthers stunk at that time. So it was either Jets or Giants. So I decided to follow them both for a little bit. But I watched the Jets. I'm like, wow, this shit looks fun. Like they were winning left and right. But when I watched them on TV for the first time, it was versus the Packers. That game 9-0, which Aaron Rodgers didn't score a touchdown. Somehow the Jets still lost. But I was like, wow, I'm hooked to this. Game tracked them to the playoffs, and then everything was just a complete other collapse from there. I think it can't get worse. It always gets worse. It's always just something that just gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
So
But I'm still here.
You picked the Jets as an adult.
Yes, I know.
That's great. That's crazy.
I
And they haven't made the playoffs since. Notice that.
Wait, this was what 2010, bro?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
They have not made the
I had
playoffs.
hair. I don't have hair. As you can see,
Not
I
a real
don't have
person.
hair.
Not a real
I was a freshman in college. I am now 30 years old. It's very bad. It's not that fun.
Yeah.
Why'd you pick that at 18, bro?
I don't
Nobody knows.
know what. I don't know. I mean, I could have picked the Giants too, but the Giants.
Yeah, that-
I like Rex Ryan. I like Rex Ryan. I was like, wow, Rex Ryan's talking all that cash shit and everything. I'm like, and he backed it up those years. And I was like, yeah, Rex, talk that shit and back it up. I was just like,
Let's go have a fucking snack.
Yes, all that. Three home teams in the fucking Jets. Oh my goodness, how can you not fall in love with that? It's just like, wow. And then his soul disappeared with Victor Cruz, and everything just went down.
Yeah, I was at that game right on the sideline, bro. 99 yards of them things.
Yes.
Case, tell us your origin story.
As the elder statesman of the pod and of this panel, I've had the unfortunate time to be born. The 80s was a tricky beast in the 80s because my favorite teams were good in the 80s. The Mets were good in the 80s. The Yankees sucked, right? The Jets were good in the 80s. Every now and again, and the Giants weren't that good yet. And that's pretty much it. Like the 80s was that time. If you were born at the right time, you were a Jets fan. Ken O'Brien, Al Toon, Free McNeil, stuff like that. And then they were good in the 90s. So they had some good times in the 90s as well. So, and for the most part, I think in my lifetime, every decade the Jets went to the playoffs except for the last one, I believe, was the last one they didn't go.
Yes.
So
Longest drought in the NFL, longest playoff drought in the NFL right now.
Yeah, I've experienced everything from every quarterback, every number one pick, every boom, every bust, every high, every low. Three AFC championship appearances, 3 AFC championship losses, division round losses. Doug Bryan, Glenn Foley, name it. I've experienced it. I'm a lifer. I'm a lifer when it comes to the Jets, and I'm not embarrassed to say it.
I hope Doug Bryan is having an awful day.
I hope Doug Bryan.
Yeah, that guy
Sincerely, that's sincere as hell. I hope he's having an awful day.
On the Lego.
Herm Edwards too.
2:00 in.
Both of them.
No, chill.
Nah, come
Chill.
on.
Hey,
Herm,
Hey,
you're still the biggest hater in the game. I do that.
Hey man, did you watch that? You watched that game?
Yeah, I was
you
there.
saw what
I
he
watched
did with
it.
the first
Yeah.
kick. They lost yardage on purpose to set up.
They did.
Both kick
They
in.
did.
No.
Old strategy, Cotton.
Kev, you see Doug.
Yeah.
You see Doug Bryan on the street. What do? You just randomly walk by in the Bronx. You see Doug Bryan up there for
Why
why I
the
don't
fuck did I
know.
recognize Doug Bryan as the
I
coach?
would not recognize Doug Bryan.
Right.
I Google
Doug Bryan.
every time we talk about Doug Bryan. I Google it just to be reminded how he
I
looks.
do not know what that man
No.
looks like, bro.
No.
All I know is that he's short. That's all I got. I don't know nothing. He's short, he white. That's all I got for Doug Bryan.
So Sean, as the non-Jets fan here, you've seen your share of success on the other side of MetLife Stadium, and you've been in a bit of a drought since then. You've been playing like us for a bit. I mean, just from the outside in, do you think you could put up with a team like this?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? This one thing about Jets fans, this another thing about they have that same character that Knicks fans have. Being like you said on this pod before, Raz, you know what I'm saying? That Jets fan, it builds character. So, you could any Jets fan you speak to, they've seen it all, like Case just said. And usually, for the most part, they're usually pretty thorough people that you can enjoy. You know what I'm saying? You can enjoy some time. You have a good beer with a lot of Jets fans. So, could I be a Jets fan? I mean, honestly, and the funny thing, just to go back, because my first jersey I ever owned when I was young was Curtis Martin. So I was never like a official
jersey.
Jet fan, but like Curtis Martin was that dude. He was one of the I thought he was just like the best player in in football at a certain point. So I've always like, it's not really for me at least. Like I don't like, you know what I'm saying, the banter, the back and forth is one thing, but just in terms of like the Jets itself, like, you know, I don't hate the Jets per se, but you know, like I have, you know, I will say just in terms of, you know, I like looking forward to my Sundays, and like you did say, Raz, the Giants, you know what I'm saying, have honestly been playing like shit for, you know, the better part of the last decade. So, you know what I'm saying, I used to get my jokes off on Jets fans, but I'm a humble Big Blue fan at this point in my life. I'm gonna still get my jokes off. I'm gonna still talk my shit. But you know what I'm saying, in my quiet time and when I'm by myself in the dark, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with us right now? So I can relate. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hand out an olive branch to my brothers, and I'll be like, all right, man, we can commiserate together right now when it comes to our shitty ass football team.
So yeah, I mean, I appreciate the olive branch. I appreciate just the understanding. You know, as you guys have been humbled, but I mean, the main topic over the off season was that the Jets won the draft. We tend to do that, quote unquote. And then, you know, things play out a little bit differently. But you know, looking at this draft class that, you know, that we got in those 3 days, I mean, all the pundits were high on it, and I'm guessing you guys were too. Where would you say we did the best, and any regrettable picks so far, like in your head, like we should have went another way? We can start with you, Julia. Go ahead.
I think the best pick is, it's going to be crazy, but I like Brees Hall a lot. Like just watching him in practice at training camp that one time, he's a real fast player. He's shifty, all the good traits you want in a running back. I think he's going to be the best player of our draft class, to be honest, as bold as that may be. I really, really do like him. As for where we went wrong, I can't really say. I think the Jets did everything. If they don't draft a defensive lineman in the first round, it's a good draft for me. So they had a good draft because they did not draft some asshole defensive lineman. That's all. So they did a good draft, perfect draft.
You mean
No
interior, I guess.
Yeah, especially
yes, especially the. I know. I'm sorry. Especially the interior defense.
Yeah.
I know. I keep. Yep. No more interior defensive linemen.
I mean, we used to stop the run with the best of them, man. We stack up on some interior line.
Yeah, that sure helped us a lot.
Yeah, we stopped the run. First and second down, we stopped the run. Third down, we give up like 3rd and 19, 3rd and 20.
Insert quarterback here. Got 10 seconds to fucking throw because we ain't got nobody.
Still building like it's 97, K-Lou. Still building like it's 97.
Right.
K-Lou, what about you?
From a pure football perspective, I think the Jermaine Johnson pick was probably my favorite because they passed on Kayvon. Like I wanted Kayvon, actively wanted Kayvon, but I understood why they did it. And then, you know, as you know, they took Garrett Wilson, which was a good pick. And then it's like, all right, are they going to not get a pass rusher? What's the deal? Then they traded up at a pretty reasonable price, went and got the guy. So I like that one the best. From a fun perspective, it's sauce though. Like the big fucking chain. Like he didn't give up shit in college. Like he didn't give him no touchdowns in college, right? He didn't give him no touchdowns in college. He talks a good game. Like he got fucking Kawhi Leonard arms and shit. Like it's all fun. So like, but as far as where they could have went differently, I mean, I know I'm the odd man out with regards to what they did as far as Brees Hall. Like I'm not like stomping up and down about it. Like I don't care that much because they gave up a 5th round pick. Who cares? If they would have traded up in the first, like they tried to, I'd have been furious. But they should have 5th round pick. Whatever, who cares? Brees Hall, like it's at the bare minimum, Brees Hall's a fun player, and the Jets don't have enough of those. Like they've been trying to win games 14-10 my entire fucking life. So if they want to go in a different direction, I appreciate it. Go ahead.
Case, how about you?
I don't have a clear-cut favorite from this draft as far as like when it came to my expectations, because I wanted Thibodeau as well. I wasn't mad at Sauce though. That was the pick that to me made the most sense if you weren't going to get a guy like Thibodeau to get Sauce. Like, you know what I mean? The passing league on a team that, you know, was running experiments with cornerback, you know, with Hall and Carter II and Eccles and stuff. We didn't have a real clear-cut stud. And then we, you know, got somebody in free agency, that cornerback. It made the most sense football-wise. I think the only pick I could have gone without was Ruckert, because seeing as we're doing the whole Conklin, Uzama, and moving Cager from a wide receiver to tight end, it seems like it's possible Ruckert could be the odd man out. You know what I mean? I didn't see much from him in training camp. I haven't heard much about him. And I think Brees I think Brees is probably be. I'll agree with Jude. Like the fun pick. Like if he is what he is, like as advertised as what we've known out of college, like it's going to be a lot of fun. But tight end, like overkill with the tight end position, I don't. I think a little overkill with Rucker.
Yeah,
I think the
I'll
thing.
hop in
Go
real
ahead,
quick.
Sean. Yeah.
Hop in real quick. Because I think I think it was a point of contention and just a discussion point last year about the Jets and specifically LaFleur and how he runs his offense and what he wanted to do with the offense last year. So tight end was a major need for this team last year. The tight ends absolutely are ass. The Jets haven't had a good tight end in a minute. Who's the last good Jets tight end? Dustin Keller. Like, what are you talking about?
Bro,
Dustin
Ray
Keller.
Lewis ended Dustin Keller's life on the sideline, and the Jets haven't had a decent fucking tight end since.
They have.
I might be
like
missing somebody, but I don't think I am, bro.
Yeah, no, I had to really like scroll through my head. I'm like,
I don't think
yeah,
I'm
definitely
missing
not Chris Herndon. You guys rent that out for a minute. I will say, I'm
Chris
a
Herndon.
fan of. Yeah, no, definitely not him. It just doesn't. I think to a certain extent, looking at like what the Patriots did last year, signing Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry, and helping their young quarterback out. I do think those safety valves and safety blankets for whoever is playing quarterback. They did make it a point to really get those guys, and Uzama is a pretty good tight end. I think graded out on the numbers as like a top 10 to 15 tight end, which has its value. Conklin, also had a pretty good season out there in Minnesota. But I think like just in terms of like year one impact, Rucker might not have a chance. But I just remember watching like the Ohio State tape and going back and watching Justin Fields, and like the kid has good hands. I know he was hurt early in training camp, so I don't know, like he was still knocking off some rust. He didn't really get a chance to play a lot in mini camp either, or none of the organized stuff that the team ran. But I think he has some potential to be like a starting tight end in the future. But like, yeah, they've also kind of blocked him. The contracts on Conklin and Uzama aren't too bad. But yeah, like you did say, they kind of did go overboard with it. But that remains to be seen. I do think he could play. Now, I'll shoot this over to you, Case, and Jude as well. Just like a vibe check, like I know the vibes with Jets in general during the Gase era were just completely awful at every turn. The entire his entire tenure over there. But like you guys were at training camp, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like what were the vibes? How was the energy on the sideline, the coaching staff? What did you guys see from your visit to Jets training camp recently?
The crazy thing is the vibes from like the fans to the players. It was good, and it was like right after Zach Wilson got hurt on Friday. So you would have thought there would have been like a bit of like a hushed energy or whatnot. But overall, the vibes were good. I mean, this was my first training camp, so I can't say much about previous training camps. But from my opinion, from where I was at, looked professional. Players were playing. I mean, they were playing, but you know what I'm saying. Like there wasn't anything crazy. There was like one little dust up like in the middle. I think between Garrett Wilson, I want to say. Jermaine, it was a cornerback, I think. I'm not sure. But besides that, it was pretty good. I think the vibes overall around the team are pretty good. And you're right. With Gase, it was not good. It was poisonous. It was bad. He might have been doing drugs. I don't know what he was doing, but it wasn't good. Yeah.
Vibe check. If we're talking fans, the fans are there. Like this is my first training camp as well. The fans were there. Like the line to get to the shuttle was wrapped in the parking lot. You know what I mean? It was a packed house. People were on the outside. They're yelling for anyone to sign, autograph, anything. Rookies, practice squad guys, whoever. Like the energy as far as from the fans is there. What I saw on the field, I saw a demon in Clemens. I'm telling you guys right now. Clemens, whatever he got going on, he's not too right in the head, and that's a good thing. That's what like that. whatever motor he has, he wants to continue
Michael
to
Clemens,
eat.
for anybody that don't know,
Michael Clemens, yeah.
Texas A&M, I believe.
Texas A&M, yes, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
That's our dark horse pick. Again, with the whole thing with overkill, because it felt like we have so many defensive linemen. We got Johnson, we have Clemens, we have JFM, we have Quinnen. You know what I mean? So it does seem, and I know Salah likes to do a lot of rotation stuff, but it almost felt like Clemens was overkill. But then I saw him practice, and I saw him play, and I'm like, wait a minute, this guy doesn't. It's not there. And now I say not in a bad way. When I say it's not there, it's like he's just seeking to destroy, right? Moore looks good. Flacco looks. I guess Flacco, we practiced that day, it was okay. He's just too tall not to be seeing reads, bro. You 6'6". How you threw the ball? He threw the ball right to Bryce Hall. Like you're 6'6", bro. You're the tallest dude on the field. Please don't miss a read and be that tall. You know what I mean? That's like the dudes who's 6'8" working in Barnes and Nobles. I don't want to see that. You should wait out on the court, working on your post game. Stop playing. But the vibes is good though. The vibes is good. A couple of things we saw after Quan Alexander doing a little running conditioning, Mims working on his hands. So guys seem to be dedicated and focused and geared up. You know what I mean? So I think the energy is really great.
Before you get back in here, Raz, I'm sorry, but I think just in terms of like the team building, and Raz, you can hop in afterwards and get your opinion out on this as well about, like you mentioned, the line and the line is actually like has really good depth. The defense last year was just trash. So I mean, like as the Jets are building, and I know we had this conversation when I was on the pod last October, whenever it was, just talking about this team and lacking not only identity and a clear, concise, like a plan about what they want to do, but just lacking like positional groups that have depth, strengths, and an identity about how they want to play. So I know last year, like the offensive line was in the 20s. Looking at the stats here, pass coverage was 31st in the league. Pass rush was 23rd in the league. Just a completely nondescript team overall. And I think the one thing, if I had to, just to talk about, not only we could intertwine these two for you, Raz, as you do pop in here, and just looking about the roster and how Douglas is actually building the roster out. Because I do think that's one thing that he has done, and it's just like it's not just to say, okay, cool, you have Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore is a stud, one of my favorite receivers in this class last year, like straight up, even before the draft, before the Jets got his hand on him. Like Corey Davis, I've been a long time Corey Davis fan, and that hasn't gone.
We did that together. Yep.
Yeah, that did not go to plan at all. But just in terms of on the line, I think the receivers, there's depth, there's explosiveness, electricity, guys who can make plays after the catch. Like you said, Sauce is like somebody who profiles as a legit number one. So for you, Raz, when we talk about it is. What is this, year 3 of the Joe Douglas era? I know they hired him like in June or July, like after they let McCagnon.
It's like a 2.5. I'm not gonna count that. Yeah.
Hire him after like all the important off-season stuff was done, like only the Jets could do. But how are you feeling about the regime 2.5, 3 years in, and what did you say is the strength of this? Of the team and the units going into the year for the Jets? You're on mute, brother.
Going about this regime right now, it's hard to judge them right now. It's like I like the philosophy, right, that Joe Douglas has and the way that he's trying to build this team. And I would hate for Zach Wilson, right, to be the reason he's fired. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things where it's like I think he's done enough around building up this team from the interior. The line, by all accounts, is much better. Getting weapons for the said quarterback, really saying he's going to get people for him to be explosive playmakers. They went and got Breece Hall. They have Michael Carter. They have a good running back tandem. They even have, deep wide receivers core that we haven't had in quite some time. Like they were always throwing to like us. For the last couple of years, like we were the wideouts for the New York, and me being, I probably would have been the number 2, like if we being honest, right? So it's like somebody like Denzel Mims, right? His job's in trouble, and like a year ago, 2 years ago, we was counting on him to be a player, right? So it's like these are things that have gotten better for our positional group. Tight end, like you said, they went and got weapons, and then defense. We haven't been able to lock down a pass rusher since fucking Calvin Pace, and he was mid at best. I love him. Jet legend, quote unquote, Calvin Pace. But like that was the best pass rusher I've seen in quite some time. We traded all the other ones before that. So it's like we're loading up on DN. So like the team has the pieces to be a competitive football team with an identity. You need an engine to move it. And quarterback has been also something that's eluded us my whole life. So I think Joe Douglas is someone who has the right philosophy. I just don't want that one big swing to be the thing that gets rid of him, because I do think that he's building a solid culture right here. And in terms of the second part of the question, what was the second part of the question? I just went on a rant.
Oh no, it was just it was about like what do you think the strengths like roster wise for this team,
right?
That haven't had a lot of like strengths, but like what is the strength? Like what can this team actually like be proud about and like have pride on? Be like, this is a good unit. This can be like a top half unit. In what?
Yeah, I think that our defensive side of the trench is something that I've heard rave reviews about. Like we have so many people that's going to rotate and get after the quarterback, and Salah said that everyone can't give 100% each play. He has that philosophy, so he hopes to keep that defensive line fresh, and as long as everybody's healthy, I think the players that we have around, you're not going to see Quinnen Williams getting double teamed as often. Like there's going to be matchups that are going to be able to be exploited now with this defensive line.
That's definitely true.
And then I think, corner is something, if we're going to go on the other side of that spectrum, corner is something obviously I'm still worried about. I feel like, we went and got Sauce and we got DJ Reed. They seem to be very fine players, but like I'm still in wait and see mode because I've just been shell shocked by our corners the last couple of years. So hopefully that has been solidified, but that's still a weakness in my mind until it's proven otherwise.
Remember
Antonio Allen? Go ahead, Drew.
That's God.
I had a quick question. Do you think with the emphasis on defensive line, Salah's kind of like, okay, if our corner is not that great, let's just get as much pressure as we can on the quarterback. Do you think that's his philosophy?
I mean, that's every coach's philosophy, honestly, right? The better your D line is, the better your corners look all the time. So it's like if you have somebody like Sauce, who by all accounts he can be a number one corner, right? You have him, and you have someone next to him that's solid. If we're getting pressure, they look all world. They look like a tandem of lockdown corners. So I mean, I think it's a little bit of both, but you have to have talent regardless, because at some point, like, you're just gonna have to rely on your athletic ability with some of these players. Every play is not gonna go to script. So I mean, I think they did a good job of getting athletes at that position.
Yeah, the defense definitely looks like the much improved. What I would like to see though, I would like to see Quinnen Williams have a fast start to the season. I don't want to see another mid. All right, he start off slow and then he have like a mid to and because he doesn't finish like so far, it's not a strong start or a strong finish. It's a good middle. I'd like to see Quinnen start off this season. There's no excuse now. Like you have Clemens, you have Johnson, you have JF. Somebody's going to get double teamed. You got to start taking advantage of these one-on-ones and being more disruptive in the middle, right? They tried a thing with Rankings, Sheldon Rankins last year. That didn't work. JFM, he got the bag and he started like disappearing. That didn't work. But now you have enough guys to at least demand some attention. Clemens makes this rotation on defense. You got to pay attention to him. You know what I mean? Because he just has the motor, whether it be the talent or not. Johnson is a workhorse. He's a blue-collar guy. I've said on the podcast several times. He's not going to be flashy, but you sleep, he's at 9.5, 10 sacks. Quinnen, you gotta step up. As far as like the overall regime, Kev knows, Jude knows how I feel about Joe Douglas, man. Like Joe Douglas is not Teflon, but he's Teflon. You know what I mean? The media loves him, so that first draft is going to be swept under the rug, right? He built the team in an interesting way. His first pick what I like to call his crown jewel pick was Mekhi Becton, right? A lot of us questioned that pick because we didn't know who Becton was. And I'm a fan of Becton, don't get me wrong. This is not shirt full of coincidence. I'm a fan of Becton. But if we just keep it a buck, nobody knew who Becton was in that degree to say, oh, I'll fuck with this pick. Then he followed that with Mims. All right. That's how you started, bro. I don't care what anybody says. That's how the man started, right? Now, if we look at that draft and who's actually playing right now, even I think maybe the punter, maybe the punter is going to be like active, really.
Whoa, you're not an Ashton Davis fan?
The punter, so Braden Mann, like yeah.
Hold on, Kev. Tua's an Ashton Davis fan. He loves throwing interceptions to Ashton Davis. I swear.
Yeah,
that's true.
Tua.
I forgot he's on the fucking team.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I talked myself into Ashton Davis too.
I don't know why. There's no reason to.
He's a monster. I give him that much. But
that first Joe Douglas' first draft was copium. I hope everybody realized that. We rationalized every single pick that Joe Douglas made in that first year. This is because we're tired of the bullshit. But we look back at it as like, damn, that draft is trash. Now, there's the second one and the one this year. The guys from last year's draft have an opportunity to step up and change a lot of things, and the guys from this year's draft have an opportunity to impact stuff right now. After this season, we'll see how we feel about Joe Douglas. But like Raz you said, the engine is the quarterback. Hey, we picked Ken O'Brien over Dan Marino. That's all I gotta say. We picked Ken O'Brien over Dan Marino. Okay.
Who's the damn?
Wait.
Kevin's going to talk about Pat Mahomes and Deshaun Cosby.
Can you let me do it? Jesus Christ! Can I do it? Bro. But yeah, they drafted Loud LeRon Landry over Patrick Mahomes. Yes, that's a thing.
I mean, you got to be fair. Jamal Adams when he was on the Jets, he was like that, man. He was. I'm not gonna neglect. I'm not gonna sit here and say that the package we got for Jamal Adams, we split. That's incredible package that we got for Jamal Adams. Like, correct. We should have been able to receive that. But I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and disrespect and say he wasn't a good player.
Oh, he was a good player.
Kev got beef with him. He's not about to let you get away with it.
He was absolutely good. I just don't know how I'm supposed to care about how good he is when Josh McCown's playing quarterback. Like, why am I supposed to care if Jamal Adams is good?
That's fair. Shout out to Josh
McCown.
I mean,
yeah, just to, you guys brought up the quarterback position. So I guess, while we are here, we can discuss, none other than the MILF Hunter himself. But I mean, it's Thursday. So like, you guys know, like behind the scenes, we did, we put this show together, and once again, in complete Jets fashion, it looks like complete catastrophe was avoided. And like, it was possible for a minute that, they might have lost Zach for the whole season, but it looks like they did avoid that. But, so I guess like, just to look at the outlook, and let's say Zach misses like 4 weeks and he's back by like week 3 and he's ready to go for the rest of the season. But I mean, it was like literally that first start of the preseason could not have literally gone any worse before the injury. Like 2 drives, first drive of the season, comes out there, play number 1. It was a pass to Garrett Wilson. I think he was running like an out route or something like that.
He threw that
air melded. Yeah, threw it to the offensive coordinator, whoever's on the sidelines. And then the second pass of the game, throws it straight to Kazir White, linebacker, who is not on the Jets. If you don't know, he's a linebacker for people. Yes. He's a linebacker on the Philadelphia Eagles. Like that's kind of my thing with Zach, and it's very easy to fall in love with Zach. Even going back to last year, the whole Mike White stuff, and Mike White, like honestly, a bottom of the barrel, nothing resembling an actual, franchise quarterback. But he came in and had success with that team for a limited moment at least. But because he wasn't, throwing into double coverage, over aggressive, taking what the defense was giving him, taking the check downs. My thing with Zach, just from a scouting perspective, and I always understood why people could fall in love with Zach, but very, very erratic. Everybody talks about the off-platform stuff, but the game isn't always played off-platform. Sometimes you gotta be on platform, and Zach has always been erratic when it comes to throwing it inside of the pocket, when accuracy in the middle of the field, throwing those gopher balls, get his receivers killed. Struggle throwing down the middle of the field. Timing can be off. There's a quarterback comp I have for Zach. When I went back and watched him, I'm not going to say it now.
No. You might as well. You done slammed the guy for the last 2 minutes. You might as well just say it.
Yeah.
There's some Carson Wentz in there, bro. There's some Carson Wentz in there. They have some of the same issues. I'm not saying the same. They have similar issues. They have similar issues, just about like what they struggle with, and that was always a thing with Carson Wentz. And even when people were falling in love with him back end of his career, it got a lot more annoying with him as the Philadelphia tenure went on, and on the Colts, they were just completely off him. But like just in general, like how were you guys feeling last Thursday? And just like what deems, let's say Zach gets back healthy like by week 3, what deems a successful season for him in your eyes?
Let me just get this out the way, Jude. No. Let me get out the way. Let me just say it. Because I didn't want Zach. I was very vocal about not wanting Zach on the team. My co-host, Jude, at the time was just saying, hey, he's our quarterback case. What are you going to do? And, Erica's telling me this and everybody's blah, blah, blah. So I said, you know what? I'm going to be a good guy. I'm going to just ride along with whatever is going on. I watched Zach play okay and terrible ball. And I said, you know what? Preseason coming up. We watched the preseason game. What you want from your quarterback is to just, hey, first drive, boom, 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 field goal, punt, whatever, but look good so you can go sit your ass down. Like you said, first pass airmailed it, second one threw it right to the linebacker. And you're watching like, yep, they're going to bring him right back out. That's what I initially thought. They're going to bring him right back out because that series was that bad. Comes out, again, trying to do too much. A knock on him that was in college. Should have ran out of bounds. Zach, improvisation is a skill. It's not just something that people can just do. Some people do it well. Some people don't do it at all. It's a skill. He has it at times, but it's preseason, whatever. He doesn't slide. He's going to bounce. He hurts his leg, whatever. People say preseason don't mean much. To me, at that point, it meant everything because it's indicative of who he was last season. It's the same shit. The same shit. So now if 3 weeks go by, Flacco's 1-2, 2-1, 3-0, 0-3. I don't give a fuck. If they're going to bring Zach back into play, the leash got to be short. I don't care. It got to be short because Joe Douglas has to figure it out. Just figure it out. Yo, we're going to go veteran next year, or yo, this draft that we just had is too good for this year. Yeah, that's why I said let me get out first.
The leash has to be short on Zach Wilson for what reason?
You got to ride him into the ground.
Wait.
This is hot.
Generally, we're talking about the 2022 leash.
Listen, Kev, you know how I feel.
No, it's the question.
I don't think we can have a short leash on him, bro.
No,
I think you have to exhaust every option on him this year because as they say, this next quarterback class is supposed to be the one, right? So I don't think you can sit here and be like, all right, Zach stunk it up for 4 games. Let's put Joe Flacco in, right? So yeah, I guess in theory you're trying to save your job. Joe Flacco goes out there and he's competent, right? The Jets win 6 or 7 games. We're not making the playoffs, and now we can't draft the quarterback. So now are we now looking at the, like you guys said, the fucking veteran market next year? Because who's that going to be?
The Jets can't draft quarterbacks. We like this is historically speaking, right?
This is true.
Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Kev had me. Kev, I don't know what year it was. Kev was like the Jets should sign Kirk Cousins. I'm like, fuck out of here, Kirk Cousins, get out of here. And then I had to apologize to Kev. Yo, Kirk Cousins having a fucking amazing run, even though he's not good in the playoffs or whatever. He's having an amazing run. The Jets need a veteran because we can't draft quarterbacks. There's nothing like if Zach isn't it, that's another regime failing at drafting a franchise quarterback. No matter how we slice it, whether it's short leash, long leash, If he's not that, he's not him, then we're right back to square one. Are we going to try to draft a quarterback? And like you said, we win some meaningless games, 6, 7 games. All of a sudden, we're not in the top 5. We're in the 10 to 15 range, and then
the only person I would be happy with that is Drew. The only person that is affiliated or roots for the Jets at all that I'd be happy with 7 wins from Joe fucking Flacco would be Drew. The only person, the only one, just him.
I would be happy. But going to your question, Sean, with Zach Wilson's preseason, first of all, it was bad. Yes, I would be happy. With Zach Wilson's preseason, it was bad. It wasn't that great, obviously. I mean, the drill I saw on replays of it looked horrible. I will say I disagree with Case in terms of how much it means. I think it doesn't mean all that much for the most part. Because we saw last year, Zach Wilson looked pretty good in preseason. He was balling out there. Not balling per se, but he looked better than he did this preseason. And we saw what happened week 1 of the regular season, week 2, so on and so forth. So you take it with a grain of salt. I do agree with Case though in terms of I think this is a big evaluation year, though, Captain Obvious, everything like that. But I honestly am confident in the team around Zach. I'm not confident in Zach at all. I'm really not that confident in Zach. But the team around Zach, I feel pretty good about. I feel like we have an average quarterback. This team could go somewhere. I don't know where, but they could go somewhere. And I don't know. If it comes out that Zach's not good, I'm prepared to find a veteran. I don't care who, get a veteran in here. If Lamar Jackson does not like the Ravens for whatever reason, if I'm Woody Johnson, I tell Joe Douglas, here's a blank check, a literal blank check. I give it to Lamar Jackson. I tell Lamar Jackson, you write whatever value you want on here. That's it. You want to own the team? That's fine. You want to take my job? That's fine. You want to be the first player owner? That's fine. That's all. That's all.
Okay, wait. So let's say
Woody Johnson not doing
Lamar's high in the sky shit falls through because it likely will. Who are these veteran alternatives that you want to fucking pursue? Let's hear them. We got time. Let's hear them. Who are they?
I'll have to look at the free agent. I'll have to look at
Jimmy G last week when it looked like Zach Wilson's season was done. He was praying for Jimmy G. His words, not
Why are we talking about Jimmy G right now? I try not to bring him up.
We're talking about
the available quarterbacks. I have the available quarterbacks next season in front of me.
So go ahead.
All right. So obviously you have the ageless one next season is a free agent. Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? You talked about player coach. You know what I'm saying? We saw the Dolphins. Get some trouble. Woody Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Tom Brady, registered Republican, MAGA hat in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Might want to stick with the Belichick if the team's looking all right.
I don't want to read that conversation.
Speak for yourself.
I do not want to.
I will never kiss Tom Brady's ass.
Bro, I wouldn't kiss his ass neither, but
if they sign Tom Brady, I will be silently thrilled. Put it that way, silently. You ain't gonna catch me tweeting about it. You ain't gonna see me in no jersey. Just know that I'm gonna be happy as hell.
You're gonna get the jersey, bro. We know about you. You had the green Darnold jersey. It was one of the boldest things I've ever seen in my life. Bro.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was.
Where's that jersey at?
What'd
you do with that jersey? You still have it?
No, I tossed that shit.
So I mean, Sean said he had the free agents. So, I mean,
option number 1, Tom Brady. Option number 2, like we did mention, Jimmy Garoppolo. Option number 3, you know what I'm saying? Now we might be cooking with some grease and fish grease here. Baker Mayfield on the market next year. Jets need a quarterback.
Is the fish grease sale? Is the fish old?
Who's option number 4?
No, option number 4.
Do you need option number 4?
Option number 4, Samuel Darnold.
Sam, welcome back. I'm coming.
Let's go for 5. Let's see what number 5 is.
Former Jet great Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay, there you go. Teddy Bridgewater.
Hold on. Option number 5. You wouldn't even have to get, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even have to buy a new house. You know what I'm saying? Just get him from the other side of MetLife,
Danny
Daniel
Jones.
Jones.
Danny Downs.
Yeah,
You know what? I hope the Jets do sign Daniel Jones so I can find something else to do with my fall. I hope they do. Go ahead, sign him so I can just not fucking care. Go ahead, be my guest.
Danny Downs.
All right, who else we got here? We got, and then you mentioned Teddy Bridgewater. Two
There you go, Teddy.
Jacoby Brissett.
Like I said,
possibly
we gotta draft someone, bro.
AKA nobody else.
Zach has to really be good. Like, I mean, it's just one of you either have to be good or you just the Jets may be talented enough to not fail enough, right? This season. In comparison to last season, that was a talent-stricken roster, especially on offense, right? We're not going to be that bad if Zach does get yanked or whatever happens. He plays and makes another bad decision and gets hurt again or whatever.
My brother Zach is not getting yanked. I know you're talking about how he ain't getting yanked, bro. Joe Flacco's ashes is the backup. He ain't getting yanked.
What I'm saying is, regardless, he has to be good.
I know.
It can't be that. Yeah, because if it's bad and the Joe Douglas regime has to go and look for another quarterback, you try. All right, your first partial regime, like Raz said, your job was to fix Sam. Joe Douglas had no intention of fixing Sam. I said that when it happened. Like, no, he's not. He has no intention. He's going to let. And listen, call me conspiracy theorist. What did I say, Kev? Do you think that Joe Douglas kind of dialed it in a little bit so he can get rid of Sam and get the quarterback he wants? That's why I suggested. I feel like he didn't try to spend any money or really get any big names.
Are you suggesting that he tanked the case?
I did. I'm openly suggesting that Joe Douglas tanked that half of come on, bro. Like he was playing around with house money, and then you fired your boy.
Adam Gates lawsuit gonna go crazy against.
Look,
again, this is not draft season. Thoughts, man. Adam Gates, don't look at me, man.
That's what I'm saying. That was my theory. I'm
Adam Gates.
You know how Joe told me Adam Gates like, yo, he told me to lose games. Joe Douglas was like, yo, Woody Johnson, he was like, yo, go out there.
If that ever happened, I'd pass out. It was like, yo, Gates coach like he was trying to lose anyway. So it was like, how could you say that?
Gates probably thought he was going to be around to coach Zach. He probably, me and Joe, we're gonna build something here.
Man, Adam Gates stayed in his office till like 7 a.m. every day, cooking up the worst game plans you've ever seen in your life, though. Like, yo, go spend time with your fucking family. You could come up with this in way less time than this, bro. Like, your wife don't miss you.
Adam Gates and that Dolphins O-line coach got the same dealer.
Yo,
bro, my man's in the office for 12 hours cooking up all curls plays on 3rd and 6. Like, why? Like, why take that much time for this? Why?
My man was in the kitchen working on recipes and came out with Kraft mac and cheese. It's came out with box macaroni.
The recipes are expired.
The problem with Zach though is
the blue blocks.
He likes to create. Sean did mention the whole off-platform stuff, and a big part of my issue or concern, if you want to call it, with Zach is, bro, on 3rd and 5, can the man just drop back and complete a pass with a guy bearing down on him? I don't know if he's capable of doing that on a regular basis because he hasn't shown it yet, right? And for a guy who, like the main his calling card is off script kind of plays and all that, him having a meniscus injury is not great. Like I don't like we're talking about he might come back in a month, blah blah. This is the Jets. Like this man's gonna come back and somehow be a statue. Like we know how this fucking goes, right? He's gonna come back and somehow be a statue. Zach Wilson without his mobility is absolutely pointless. Or like with less intention of actually moving around is absolutely fucking pointless because he ain't standing in the pocket and staring down 280-pound dudes trying to kill him and making big throws. He hasn't proven he can do. He ain't really do that in college that much. He damn sure ain't do it last year. So I'm concerned now. This short leash talk. I mean, the Jets have to sell tickets now. Hey man, Jets fans are maniacs. Fans as a whole are maniacs. We all maniacs to a degree. I ain't paying my hard-earned dollars to watch Joe Flacco. I know other people will. I'm not. So whatever, but I can't imagine they're gonna be like week 6, like, oh hey, we went 3-2 with Joe Flacco. Let's start him. Let's start the hot hand or whatever the fuck the WFAN logic is. I can't imagine they're going to go with that shit. He needs the whole season. Now, I will say this, where I differ from a lot of Jets fans is, bro, if he doesn't make significant improvement, get him the fuck out of here, bro. Like, if he's the 27th best quarterback in the league this year again, get him out of here, bro. I don't care how you got to do it. I don't like. Obviously, I prefer the Russell Wilson of the world, but the thing is that market might be dried up. Like, who's the next angry quarterback? All of them got paid. Like Rodgers got paid, Russ got paid.
It's just
Like
Lamar
Lamar.
didn't get paid yet, so Lamar's only one.
You said what now? Yeah, Lamar's the
Lamar's
only one who hasn't gotten paid, and I will.
Might have
I would
better
do
options
a
than
lot
that. I
of
think that's good.
unholy things to get Lamar in the Jet uniform. Trust and believe, but like who's next? Like if he ain't it, he gotta go. Like we ain't got 3, 4, 5 years to spend. Like because Josh Allen did it because he was trash his first 2 years and then became good. Now everybody gonna do it. Like nah, bro. Like if he's that bad again, he has to go.
Listen,
Completely agree.
Go ahead, Case. Go ahead.
no, I just want to say one thing. Just not forget. Last year, Zach brought in a personal quarterback coach.
Mhm.
Okay,
John
Yeah.
Bet, right?
yeah, that's it. That's all I have to add. Just like
Why are you ducking him like that?
I'm
That's
just
all I
saying.
had.
That's
I
all I
just
had.
want y'all to remember that real fast.
Just remember
That's all
that.
I
I
had.
mean,
John Bet.
he kind of played better near the. He played a lot more conservatively near the end, so he kind of played a little bit better.
I
get
know
what you're
you
saying.
like that shit. I know you, of all people, like that conservative,
Yeah,
bland
yes,
ass bullshit ball you spent the last year. I know you like that shit.
I would rather not see interceptions. I would rather see him get the ball out as quickly as
We
he
fucking
can.
know, Jude. We know. We are aware.
The last few
We
weeks of the
are
season were as good as I could ask for. No interceptions. Just get the ball out. You can punt the ball. I mean, if you don't have it, you don't have it. So if he didn't have it, don't force it. Sometimes you
Yeah,
just
I think
gotta
it's an
punt the ball.
unfair way in a certain extent. I don't think that in the NFL in general are good at developing quarterbacks. So it probably is to a certain extent unfair to Zach and like young quarterbacks in general, just to expect them to come in. But it's the reality of the NFL. And I do remember saying this when you fellas had me on last year on the pod, and like the Darnold trade and the fact that what did they get, a second and a fourth for him,
Yes.
or two,
Incredible.
which like I said it at the time, it's even better than the Jamal Adams trade, because at least Jamal Adams was a good football player. Sam Darnold at that point wasn't. And selling Zach after 2 bad years, you might be able to recoup some of that value for a team that doesn't get one of the blue chip guys in this upcoming draft, or like need some type of hope or developmental project on their team. So yeah, it probably is, because after 3 years, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, if you shitty after the 3rd year, it's just like, okay, what are we doing here? But to wrap us up here, and Kayla, you did bring up, that WFAN. So we will end this on, the Sports Talk Radio staple of predicting the Jets schedule, win loss, and let's see what we will think this Jets team will look like and go through the entire schedule. So we're gonna run down all of this, and we'll go around the clock. Raz, Jude, Case, Kev, for each game, obviously on this Jets team. So week 1 at Jet Life Stadium, the Ravens are coming to town. The aforementioned future quarterback of the Jets, Lamar Jackson, obviously. Raz, win or loss?
Oh boy. There's no good reason to say we win.
Trepidation?
No trepidation. Fuck it. We had Jet Life Stadium. It's a win.
All right, Jude, win or loss, Jets?
Can they cover their only good 2 receiving players? Yes, then it's a win. No, it's a loss.
That doesn't answer the fucking question.
Oh my goodness,
Yes,
fine.
it's a loss.
I'm gonna say tie. You know what? I'm gonna say they're tied.
Oh,
It's going to
what?
You just Mike.
All right.
You just Mike. Why are
I'm
you
taking-
He's not dead.
Why are you hedging?
I'm
Why
taking-
are
I'm
you
taking-
hedging with week 1 hedging?
There's no way.
Week 1 hedging.
Case week 1.
Jesus
Week 1.
Listen, I said they're just going to win week 1, 9-11 home opener. A lot of talent, a lot of people. But that people, and then Wilson went down. I have more incentive. Joe Flacco revenge game. This is probably his best game out of the first probably 3 games he plays. Jets win.
All right, K-Lou.
They're a delusional bunch.
Not a fucking tie. How about that? Nah. I'll say they lose like 23-17 or something like that.
All right, week two, the Jets are at Cleveland to face Jacoby Brissett and the Browns. We'll go Snake, K-Lou. Week 2 at the Browns.
I have no interest in watching that football game. I'll say a win. Fuck it.
All right, win. Case, how about you, brother?
Browns. Browns are too talented, and the Jets do not play well on the road.
All right, so that's an L.
Where do they play well?
Another tie?
No ties. Right. No more ties.
So we're 1-0-1 on Jude's tracker.
We're the fucking 1-0.
The Jets are gonna lose to the brisket.
All right, losing the brisket. All right, week 3 for the Jets. They are, again, this is at home. Joe Burrow and them boys are coming to town. Raz, win or loss?
Probably gonna lose that one. I think the Bengals remember what the great Mike White did to them last year, so we're gonna have to pay for that.
How about you, Jude?
Bengals learned their lesson, so I'm gonna go for loss.
Loss. Case, what's up, brother?
Jets win at home versus Cincinnati. A lot of feel-good vibes. Uzama is going to probably, hey,
Revenge
give me the sideline next to the defensive coordinator. Like, yeah, I know what play this is. So I'm going to go inside information. Jets win.
K-Lou.
Sauce Gardner is about to put Jamar Chase in jail. T. Higgins about to go for 230 yards, and they're going to win anyway.
Jesus.
That was an L, K-Lou? Is that correct?
You said what?
That's an L, right?
Yeah, that's an L. Yeah, a big L.
Okay, that's an L. All right, week 4, K-Lou. Traveling to Pittsburgh. Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph. Who knows who's starting by then? But they are at the road against the Steelers, week 4.
The Jets never win in that fucking place. L, bro. Fuck that. Fuck Heinz Field or whatever the fuck they call it these days.
What is it called now? Acrisure Stadium? I don't know, bro. Whatever. Case.
It's fucking
I'm 100% with Kev. The Jets cannot win in Pittsburgh, no matter who the quarterback is. Steelers.
Jude, how about you, bro?
The ghost of Big Ben is now gone, so I have confidence they can stop Mitch Trubisky and whomever else they win.
But can they score, though?
All they have to do is kick some field goals. Sometimes some field goals win games.
Alex Smith is not quarterbacking the Steelers.
That wasn't necessary at all.
No one damn sure was. Fucking me.
Brass.
Yeah, I think we lose this one. So I have us at
1-3 after 4 weeks. Week 5, the Jets' biggest rival, the Dolphins, are coming to MetLife. Raz, let's start with you.
I think we get a win. I have just hopefully some rivalry game, a lot of shit talk. Hopefully Tua throws some ducks and we're able to get out of there with a win. It's not going to be a pretty game at all. It's going to be one of those 19 to fucking 17 games. You don't know how the score ended up like that, and you'll just take the win.
How about you, Jude?
Ashton Davis is going to be Defensive Player of the Year after this game. 5 interceptions from him. I'm going to go for a win.
All right, Case.
Definitely on the fence with this one. I feel this is the week where Zach Wilson is in his second game by then. But the Jets played the Dolphins well at home. I say the Jets eke out a win, 23-20.
K-Lou?
Oh, Elijah scored a couple touchdowns, and the Jets win.
All right. So where we at? Week 5 at Lambeau, Packers. K-Lou.
You think I'm gonna say anything but L? L. Move on. Go ahead, Case. Enjoy.
I'm gonna say this.
You gonna say some bullshit?
I'm gonna say some bullshit. Aaron Rodgers don't got nobody to throw to. Jets win 4-2.
This is crazy. Jude.
Is it correct?
It might be.
I pray it's a close game, but Aaron Rodgers is going to be arrogant as fuck again, so it's probably going to be a loss. He's going to be arrogant again. I'm going to hate him.
All right, Raz at the package.
Come on, let's keep it moving. Man.
Raz, you're not believing, man. Week 6, baby. You're not believing.
Week 7, Broncos country. Let's ride at the Broncos at Mile High. Raz, week 7.
That's a loss too. Let's go to loss there.
All right, Jude.
I've never seen the Jets play well at the Broncos. They've had some horrible losses. That's probably going to be an L.
Case
like that Tebow one in fucking Thursday Night Football.
What? Oh my God.
That shit made me so sick.
The Jets
why?
Bad luck in Mile High Stadium, and the Broncos defense is stacked, and Russell Wilson's quarterback. That kills our winning streak. We're down to 4-3.
That's an L. K-Lou.
Yeah, we can keep it moving, dog. L.
All right, that's another L. All right, where we at? All right, so week 8, Patriots come to town, MetLife. K-Lou. Mac Jones.
Fuck Mac Jones. Win.
All right, that's a W. Case.
That's a dub. Jets win. We're 5-3, and the wild card hopes are back alive.
Jude.
I just want some of whatever you smoking, dog. Go ahead, dog.
That's rapper weed, man.
You're already smoking that Kingston Kush. You ready?
Jesus. You know how Bill Belichick is. We know what he does. But this time it's different. This time somehow Zach Wilson and Mike LaFleur have figured Belichick out. I'm going to go with a very close win. Overtime win. Last second field goal.
Overtime. Eric Decker's back. Okay. I'll go win.
Patriots gonna be ass this season. I'm just saying. All right, week 9, finally. Jets got a very home, a lot of home games to start the season. You know what I'm saying? That's that's not that bad on that side. Week 9, Josh Allen and the Bills are in town. Raz, start with you.
I'm gonna go with the loss.
Is this one gonna be unanimous, or does anybody else speak against the room?
Case, did you take a whiff?
No,
the only one who might disagree on
it.
What? The piff I got ain't strong enough for me to go against this, man.
All right, week 10, they got the bye. I'm putting that down as a W. That's always a good week when your team is ass. That bye week,
especially if the Jets be finding a way.
The Jets be finding ways to lose the bye, bro.
Somebody gonna get in a car accident that week.
Chill. Come on, man.
Why do you put that out there?
What you mean?
Wow, Kev. Why can't you just say they have an inspiring trip or something?
Why can't you just get off my back? How about that?
Jesus. You're talking about car accidents. Come on now. Come on, Sean. Go to the next game, please.
God damn it.
All right, week 12, another home game, battle of the 2021 draft class, quarterback class. The Bears are in town.
That better be a fucking win. We are the Bears wide receiver core. Like that better be it's Darnell Mooney and us. It better be a fucking win. Yeah, it wasn't even my turn. Whatever. Keep going.
No, I'm saying he skipped the Pats game was first.
Oh, did he? Okay, my fault.
Yeah.
I bugging. Yeah, week 11. Week 11.
On the road,
week 11
at
Gillette.
England. Yeah.
L. Week 11 that's an L, K-Lou?
Big L.
All right. How about you, Case?
Yeah, that's our first. And for me, that's our first back-to-back loss of the season. We're now 5-4.
Oh my goodness! So Bill Belichick's going to have the team ready, especially after losing that first game. He's going to have the team ready. So
Bro,
that's a loss.
does anybody play for the Patriots, or is it just Bill Belichick employed by the Patriots? Because the way you talk about him, like he the coach, he the quarterback, he the running back, he the wide receiver, he the tight end, he the defensive line, he the fucking equipment manager, he the concessions guy, like he everything. Like, does anybody else work for the Patriots?
I'll be the pappy.
I just want to know.
I'm just saying he's
gonna have his team ready. Well, he gonna go out there and block too.
I'm just saying.
What you got, you?
That's what it's a loss.
Raz.
You know what? I think we win this one. I'm gonna go to win.
All right, so now it's week 12. Now it's week 12 against the Bears, Raz.
Week 12. I think this is where we go. We're gonna get double wins. We're gonna beat the Bears too, man.
All right, Jude.
I think the Jets win, but I think Fields outplays Zach Wilson, but somehow the Jets win. Somehow.
All right, Case.
Jets win. We're 6-4. Still alive, baby. Still in it. 6-4. We're still alive. Jets win.
I don't even remember my record right now, man.
I got it.
All right.
All right.
What was it? What did you say, Caleb?
They better beat the Bears aren't even trying to win. Number one, number two, Darnell Mooney and us is their wide receiver core. Like they drafted a dude named Venus, did they not? Oh, Velas, excuse me. Sorry,
Velas, yeah.
Velas, whatever the fuck his name is. Him. And they got a whole bunch. Like, who they got? Like Cole Kmet. Am I supposed to be scared of? Like, bro, the Jets better win that fucking game, dog.
I got hands.
Week 13, traveling to Minnesota to face Kirk Cousins, Jay Jettas, and the Vikings.
Ooh,
Kalu, that's you.
The image of Justin Jefferson grittying 4 different times on that day has already running through my mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and say L.
Case.
Jets lose in horrific fashion, 6-5. Things are looking bleak heading into the next week.
Probably now. Kirk Cousins. He's going to say, "Yep, Kirk Cousins."
Raz.
You like that?
That one's a loss. We're lost there.
All right, Raz got an L. All right, so we are up to week 14. The Bills. You guys are traveling to Buffalo.
We're going to
just everybody.
Come on.
Yeah.
Another unanimous L. All right.
Yeah.
Ain't enough weed in the world, bro.
We're 6-6. We're 6-6 now. Things are looking scary. 6-6.
All right. Week 15. Week 15. Man Campbell and them Lions are coming to MetLife. Raz, we'll start with you.
Let's win this one. Let's go to win, please.
I can't tell me. You.
Jets win. Dan Campbell can't find any kneecaps to bite, and Jared Goff becomes Jared Goff.
He's gonna be crying after this game, Jude.
I'm not going to be crying. He's going to be crying. I'm not going to be crying.
I think he asked you if he was going to be crying.
That's what I said.
I'm not crying.
Yeah, no.
Only crying during Alex Smith Hall of Fame induction. Case. At, home versus the Lions.
The crack is strong.
To the NFL media and some of the fans, stop lying about Dan Campbell and the Lions, please. Jets win easily.
All right, Kalu.
They better not let Jared Goff come in the building and style on them. Like, they just don't. Please. Like DeAndre Swift in space against CJ Mosley is already making my skin itch. So I prefer not to see a whole bunch of that. But the Jets win.
All right. So we at week 16. Zach Wilson versus Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. This is a Thursday night football game, too.
Nasty. The NFL finds the nastiest shit to put on Thursday night. Nasty. Jesus Christ. Nasty.
Who's it on?
So me, I think
that's you, Kalu.
I think we are all the losers, but the Jets win.
Jets win. Case.
A cold December night. Early Christmas gift for the Jets. We're now 8-6, and we still have an outside shot at the wild card.
Dude,
the weed is strong.
This has trap game vibes, but I think
Trap
the Jets
game.
I don't
Yo.
know. I don't know.
The Jets
I
can't
don't
have no
know.
fucking trap games, bro.
I
Every
don't
game is a
know.
trap game.
I
Don't
don't
you think it's
know.
good to have trap games?
I don't know. This might. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm going to say the Jets win still. They still win, but it's going to look a little bit scary. Trevor Lawrence is going to look good the
Raz.
first half. It's going to be.
I hope we win, bro. I'm going to win. Go to win there, but
All right,
I
week
mean,
17.
Thursday night Jets has never been good to me.
Week 17, traveling to Seattle. Raz, go ahead.
The return of Gino Marino. Oh man, dude. I think Geno Smith beats us, man.
Jude?
The Jets don't really play well in Seattle. I would see that as a loss. Whoever's starting, Geno, Drew Lock, whoever it's going to be.
Now, if it's
They'll
Drew
find
Lock,
a way.
if it's Drew Lock, we win. I want a caveat there. But if it's Geno Smith, we lose by 2 touchdowns.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think it's going to be a loss. It's looking grim. Okay.
Wait, so you got a W for that, Raz?
If
He
Geno Smith,
caveat. He put a caveat.
if Geno Smith is the starter to win, if Drew Lock is the starter, I mean, if the opposite, Drew Lock starts, we
You got to
win.
pick one, brother. You got to pick one, brother.
Who's the quarterback? Who's the quarterback?
Fuck it,
man?
we putting W. I'm putting W for it. We putting W for that. All right. And then last but not least, week 18 at Hard Rock Stadium and the Dolphins. Raz, go ahead.
We're gonna lose to the Dolphins in Miami. Yeah, just put it as a loss.
Ever since
All right, Jude.
Ever since Hard Rock Stadium opened, the Jets have not won in Miami. I expect that trend to continue. Like ever since they renovated it, no wins.
Such
Trend's
a home
continuing.
field advantage out there in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we fucking suck, bro. There'd be nobody in the stands. Case, my fault. Go ahead, man.
Oh, so
Jeez.
listen. At this point, the Jets are 9-6, and we need to win to get the wild card. So we lose, and we finish the season 9-7, or 9-8, whatever it is.
9-8. Yeah, 9-8.
We're 9-8.
Caleb? It's a good season,
I had
though.
the Jets beating the Dolphins in MetLife, so I guess I'm just gonna go with the Dolphins winning. A split in 2 bad football games seems to be what is about to happen here. So I'll go with that.
All right, so Caleb, you have the Jets at 7-10. You know what I'm saying? That's I think that might be decent. Raz, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you got them at 8 and 9. Jude, I gotta tally the tie here. Jude has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jude has them at 8, 8, and 1.
That's perfect for Jude. That's perfect for Jude. The glass is either half full or empty. It's just a glass. It's just water.
If that ain't perfect, given who Jude is, I don't know what it is. That's so perfect.
I don't think we win 8 games, so I don't know how I got to that. But I think you niggas.
I'm the most optimistic. I'm the most optimistic of everybody on this panel.
Jude,
I gotta
Caleb
win.
spent the whole pod trashing the whole regime, and it came out.
9 wins. 9 wins.
Bro.
9 wins. That's how you had your bet, Jude.
He
Right?
thinks the quarterback is ass too, but still somehow thinks they win.
9
That
wins. Hell yeah.
doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yo,
Yeah,
we're gonna play this back in literally 6 weeks when we're fucking 0-4 and we're just gonna be like,
Listen, if we start
0-4-1, Raz. 0-4-1.
2-2,
0-4.
Yep, 0-4-1. Don't forget.
if we start off 2-2, nobody hit my line, right? Nobody hit my line. We start off 2-2.
Oh man.
If we start 2-2, what's that mean?
Don't call
Nothing.
me. Don't call me.
Don't
hit
call
my
you
line.
if they start.
Don't call me.
Yes.
2-2 start. Don't call me. All right?
Oh man.
Don't call me.
He's put on his shades, by the way.
For 2-2.
But
I'm mad you
2-2.
ain't have
we gotta clip.
I'm mad you ain't have the shades on all episode. Case.
Nah, I had
Next
to wait
time.
because listen, I had to wait because I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Jamaica tomorrow, so you know what I mean. I didn't want to stunt too much on these hoes. You know what I
Why
mean?
not?
Nah, man. You know I gotta save some for later. But I had to put on my new stunner shades. Both.
Hit the road.
Oh man, but yeah, man, that's gonna wrap us up for this episode, man. Definitely go check out the Middle Initial Boys. Case, I'm gonna pass it off to you. Please, you know what I'm saying? The mic is yours, the floor is yours. Plug the pod, plug the merch. Shout out to the Sauce Money tee, shout out to the Becton tee. Tell the people where they could get all that fly stuff that they need and where they can check out all the content you guys are putting out.
Listen, man, we've been having such a hell of a run. First and foremost, I'm gonna thank God for this hell of a run. I lost my mom on July 28th. In the midst of all of this, I've definitely been blessed in the midst of all of this. So that's what I want to say first and foremost. Rest in peace, my mom, Joy Case. I love you. Go to MIPod, www.mipod.store. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at MIPod69. Follow Jude at Jude Truth. Follow Kev at KLEW24. And follow me at A Case Online. Click the link to the link tree. That goes to our website. That goes to our clothing. That goes to the podcast on Apple, on Spotify, on Amazon. Definitely subscribe to Draft Season Pod. Please. It's a friend of the show, family of the show. Once you with us, you family, we got you. We ride for life, baby. And stay inspired by 69.
We got to do the reaction episode during the season for sure. Jude, talk to the people. Mayor of Jets Twitter. Let them know your final thoughts, my guy.
My final thoughts is thank you for having us on. Really appreciate it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We would love to do more podcasts. It's so much fun to do this. I love this. And like Kay said, go to mipod.store, subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to everything, subscribe to the Draft Season Pod, enjoy the stuff. Raz, hopefully the elevator works and everything. And just stay inspired by 69.
Damn.
That's tough.
Y'all here stay inspired by 69. Anyway,
Hey, Lou, the most diabolical hater. Go ahead, man.
I'm not a hater. Nah, that's a lie. Listen to my podcast all over Kevin, and I don't listen to Draft Season podcast. If you made it this far, you currently are. So listen to that. Listen to us at the Middle Initial Podcast. And before I go, y'all got. I don't know if y'all been doing fantasy football episodes yet, but I am free. I'm open, and I want to talk. So let's talk.
We're gonna get you on here next. I'm gonna hit you to get on here next week for sure. Raz, my brother, we coming out. We got Hell Week next week where we dropping all the previews that you guys will need. Raz, let the people know. Take us out of here, brother.
Man, we just really walked y'all through, an hour and 20 minutes of delusion. That is New York Jets fast playing football. There's no better propaganda than one jet drive. So if you're tuned into that, don't make no bets after watching one jet drive because you will lose it all. This is where we are. This is Draft Season Podcast. Like 5K said, we will be back next week. It is fantasy football season. Thank you, brothers, for joining us. This is Black Twitter's #1 fantasy podcast. We're signing off, and we will holla at y'all.